amazing.
And a stud. All about the favourite here, 2-9 and strong in the market. Del Maro 11-2. Proposition is a 14-1 chance. Richard.
So Benvenuto Cellini, a short price at 2-9. Keep an eye, as Jason mentioned, Del Maro the inside stall, Proposition the outside, and they jump away. Del Maro's missed him, and immediately he'll have to return to plan B. You can see what plan A is for Proposition. It is to clear the field, get across, and ensure it's a decent gallop. And he's lit the blue touch paper and now just trying to put the fire out slightly, because Proposition has grabbed hold of the bridle and gone 7 lengths clear. Well, blessed be the pacemakers, because he's 8 lengths clear from Mr. Colonel in second. He'll ensure a good pace, but he's not going to give much of a lead or cover to Benvenuto Cellini, who's now 15 behind his pacemaker. In fourth place we have Mr. Vittori, having missed the start. Del Maro probably be happy that they're rocking and rolling, and now out in the lead Wayne Lorden is going to try and stem the flow on Proposition, so expecting him to drop anchor. He leads by 6 to 7 lengths. Mr. Colonel only gradually making up the deficit. Benvenuto Cellini, the horse with the white face, and Ryan Moore happy enough to go up the inside rail as Mr. Colonel's rider's taking a big pull in second, and then Del Maro on the outside of Mr. Vittori. So Proposition is going to be left alone here, and whilst Mr. Colonel sits quietly about 8 lengths back, Proposition continues to press on. Benvenuto Cellini is in third. Del Maro is in fourth place in company with Mr. Vittori, and just round that bend Del Maro just hung out slightly. He's not handled the track fantastically so far, but he's on the straight and narrow now, and Proposition it is who leads them down the back straight. Proposition to make the turn into it with about 6 to 8 lengths lead. In second place races Mr. Colonel, just ahead of Benvenuto Cellini in third. Del Maro on the outside of Mr. Vittori. So Proposition settling into his rhythm. How long can he lead this field? 5 furlongs to travel. Mr. Colonel's getting closer. Benvenuto Cellini. Watch William Buick's if he makes any move to try and rush up on the outside and make things more complicated with Benvenuto Cellini, but his mount continues to hang, isn't making it easy, as Proposition continues to tick off the furlongs and just begins to quicken on again. Now, they've given him a little bit of rope here. He's about 6 to 8 lengths clear, half a mile to travel. In second place races Mr. Colonel. Benvenuto Cellini's pushing along. Fourth place then for Mr. Vittori and Del Maro. So Proposition beginning to scuttle round the home turn. Is only a half a dozen lengths clear, and now Benvenuto Cellini begins to make ground on the outside of Mr. Colonel. In fourth place is Del Maro. So the leader Proposition coming back to them. Benvenuto Cellini is going to take over at the top of the stretch, and they're going to just hold in Mr. Colonel for good measure. So Benvenuto Cellini has got to the front. That white head just carried to one side, leads by 3 or 4 lengths or so. Proposition is holding on at the moment to second. Mr. Colonel in third. Del Maro's just not handled Chester at all. Workmanlike for Benvenuto Cellini. It's going to be a 1-2 for Aidan O'Brien, as Proposition held on for second. Mr. Colonel was third. Del Maro in fourth, and last of the 5, Mr. Vittori. So the 2-9 favourite, Benvenuto Cellini, wins comfortably enough, reeling in the pacemaker. He was given a little bit of rope, and as a result was able to hang on for second. I mean, he's not a bad horse in his own right, but he held off Mr. Colonel. Del Maro, just everything went wrong on the track. Charlie Appleby can't buy a bit of luck at the moment. He jumped slowly, he was on the wrong leg on lots of the turns. He couldn't get himself organised. There'll be other days for him. And Mr. Vittori was always towards the back. So perfectly workmanlike for Benvenuto Cellini. Not sure we learnt a massive about him. Just that head carriage and drifting to the left might be interesting going to Epsom, but I'm sure they'll be more than happy. And it's another win in the race for Ryan Moore and Aidan O'Brien.
So the sponsors Betfred liked it. They've got 9-4 for the Derby. Coral go 3-1. What have we learned, Jason?
Well, he's going to stay. Make no mistake there. They were not messing around. But, of course, obviously, lively conditions, proper test. Proposition has made a real good gallop of it. And there was the question. I mean, he was asked to go and win his race as well. Ryan turns it over. You don't see this too often, do you? In the trial, You'll see a hands and heels win. He set him about his work to find out.
Yeah, he did. He's given him a few when he's got to the front and possibly idled a bit. And Ryan's wanted him to have a proper race today, obviously with the Derby in mind.
Richard mentioned his head carriage in the closing stages. I'm not sure if he does have an awkward head carriage, or if his blaze down his face is slightly off to one side that makes it look like he has an awkward head carriage. What do you guys think?
He looked to me like he was 100% genuine. I think it's the stripe, Francesca, if I'm honest. Jason?
He's just having to straighten him up coming up to the line, isn't he? But I don't know if that's the inside part of the track that Ollie was talking about, the big screen that they appear to be running away from. You can just see it on that angle there.
Poor old Shane Gray. You can see what's coming here. With the leader coming right back into his lap. and Ryan takes full advantage on his outside.
Ryan's a master round here. I know it's
Strike rate's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, it's over 50%. It really is, and I just think Ryan he knows the track so well, and I don't think a lot of jockeys ride it that well, if I'm honest. Not mentioning any names, but Ryan is the master.
Yeah, let's find out what Ryan made of it. Looked pretty straightforward. Talk us through it, Ryan.
Yeah, look, he's obviously a high-class horse. Ollie's carried a penalty there. You know, we're just trying to learn about these horses still, and the other horse set a nice tempo, but the other horse was taking back, and it just wasn't ideal. You know, just broke his rhythm a little bit, but he showed real good pace to run them down, and he'll come on for that run. He just got a little tired inside the last run, so
yeah, was he idling a bit just when he hit the front?
I say you come on for the run.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Ryan. Well done.
Thank you.